Welcome to another week of the Daily Dizzle. It's Monday, June 20th, 2011. Tommy Dizzlemits here as always. Today's going to be a little bit quick because I want to go back to sleep real bad. But weekend box office estimates are in. Green Lantern ended up taking the #1 spot, however, did not make as much money as expected. In fact, it was actually the least attended comic book movie to open the summer, which isn't really good considering they put it in the prime franchise starter spot, and we're hoping to get a sequel out of it, put $200 million at least into the budget, plus $100 million just to advertise it in America. It only made, $53 million for the weekend, and that estimate could go down. So it'll be lucky if it can cross $200 million on the American side of things, and then we'll have to see if the rest of the world wants to see it at all. Chances are Green Lantern isn't going to have that sequel that they already started paying someone to write the script for, so way to go, Warner Brothers. Unfortunately, succumbing to a cycle that they've gone through before. With Superman Returns a couple years ago, they were trying to relaunch the Superman franchise, so they're like, people are going to see it no matter what. Let's just keep spending money on it. And that's how you got a huge, 2.5 hour long Superman movie where he doesn't even fucking punch anyone. At least Green Lantern, has some action, has some special effects, not what was going for it. However, the fact that they had Blake Lively in it and weren't really advertising that to the ladies, being like, hey, everyone who watches Gossip Girl, you should come fucking see this movie because you know this person. Oh, there might be aliens and shit, but once again, they kind of went with the typical, we have to get all the people who want to see blockbusters out, and that's going to be the geeky boys who like to see aliens and fighting. And unfortunately ended up making sure that Green Lantern has established himself as a B-list superhero. Really, the only B-lister who was able to break out into the big superhero leagues was Iron Man a couple of years ago, and the rest of this summer isn't going to be looking too much better unless Captain America can somehow top all the other openings, but we'll see how that one goes. Meanwhile, Jim Carrey isn't really at the peak of his career anymore. Mr. Popper's Penguins opened at #3 for the weekend, started at #2 on Friday. Normally he's at least, even if it's like a comedy that he's half-assing, like Yes Man, normally he's able to lock down a #1 opening. But considering it is a big Jim Carrey family movie, and then, there's a ton of CGI penguins, so there had to be a budget for that, they really didn't spend as much on it. Ended up grossing only $18 million for the weekend, but with a $57 million budget, it means Jim Carrey's going to make some money on that. Especially when you look at his track record, whatever he opens his movies at, he's guaranteed to make like 4 or 5 times that at least, all the way up through 8 or 10 times, depending on if it's around the holidays or not. Summer movies are a little bit more front-loaded, but you can at least expect it that it's going to make some money in the long run. And I definitely recommend it. The little kids will love it. There's a lot of real good adult references. I like that Shrek almost has broken the mold in the last couple of years of how many dirty things can you fit into a kid's movie that the kids aren't even going to understand. So, very fun if you go watch Mr. Popper's Penguins to play that game, because let's just put it like this, if you made that a drinking game, you'd be wasted walking out of the theater by the time the show was done. So, on top of that, there was also other reasons why you should go see it. The Happy Feet 2 trailer before it was hilarious. I can't even remember what rap songs they used, but they take some dirty ones and just put feathers and penguins and other cute word lyrics in, and that it actually was ridiculous. I've never heard kids laughing so hard at something like that. We'll get to the whole recapping the rest of the summer, because so far I think it goes without saying that this summer is kind of a letdown when it comes to the big movies and everything, but we'll have the full breakdown on those later. In case you haven't heard, sucks, but one of the Jackass crew has finally died. It's very surprising it's taken this long for anything to catch up to any of them. Unfortunately, Ryan Dunn was in a car crash last night. Vehicle was engulfed in flames. The towing company actually put up a picture online. They got pulled down, but looking at the picture, you don't want to see it from the fact that there's no way that anyone came out of that in any good condition, obviously. He had a passenger in the car as well. So condolences to Zach, the passenger, and Ryan Dunn, everyone from Jackass. Kind of sucks considering he was always one of the funniest, and it's very interesting to see G4 have had some show that they've been promoting that Ryan Dunn's going to be one of the hosts. Very interesting to see if they're going to actually show it. It is a sad day, though. Whether you're going to remember him from being the guy who shoved the toy car up his ass on Jackass, They're going to remember him from all the awful things that he ever did to April on People of Bam, or if you're going to remember, you know, like some of the other things he did. I'll personally always remember him on Law & Order SVU. He popped up as one of the guys that was being questioned, ends up giving him a little bit of info, puts him on the right path. He's not the bad guy at all. Didn't seem like he was acting at all. It seemed like he was straight off the set of like Jackass and everything, but there was just something about his delivery. He definitely seemed to have an X factor to him. It's probably why he was on our TV screens for the better part of the last decade. So it's going to be unfortunate that he's not popping up anymore. Maybe there'll be some kind of memoriam to him if they put out another Jackass movie. But whatever your beliefs in life are, just please keep Ryan Dunn and his family and friends in your thoughts and prayers. So that's all the time we've got for today's Daily Dizzle. I'm Tommy Dizzlemits. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more funny and we'll have better news. But just remember, rest in peace, Ryan Dunn. Go watch some Jackass or People of Bam to remember him. So that's all the time we've got for today. We'll see you tomorrow.